Well, the 3 cells that I didn't like very much that I brought home have all emerged in my incubator. So now we're going to mark a queen and get her cage to go out somewhere. Takes me a little bit to get comfortable again with my arthritic fingers and squeezing them just hard enough to hold them without crushing them. And this year's color is white. So of course I had no idea that I was making queens, and so I have no marshmallows to put in the end of the cap. One of those crazy things you didn't remember to prepare for. That's usually what I use for my release candy, just a piece of little marshmallow. And all the ones from last year got hard, so I threw them out. But I'll put a piece of tape over it, over the end, so that I can put it into the colony and let them get used to her, and then I'll just go turn her loose. The 2 places I'm going to try to put at least 2 of these are the ones that I stole all the bees out of for my mating nukes. So there are bees, of course, that came back to those colonies, but they're hanging out in there with absolutely nothing. No brood, no queen, no nothing. So they should be really willing and happy to accept a queen of any sort. So we'll give them a try. These aren't bad looking queens. They could be a little bigger, but they're not near as bad as I thought they were going to be, looking at the size of the cells compared to the ones that were on top. The top ones are gorgeous, big, beautiful cells, and the bottom one's just a little more stunted and not as decorated. But you take them as you can get them. And I didn't have enough mating nukes down there. I didn't want to waste any on ones that weren't going to emerge. And I opened one of them, and the one I opened wasn't developed. She wasn't ready. For whatever reason. She didn't have wings yet or anything else, and they were supposed to, obviously emerge for near the next day. So when I saw that, I kept those stunted ones out. So that I could just bring them home, and then obviously they had good queens in them. So I believe these got grafted out of that mean one from Dave too, but we'll see how they perform. If they even get mated. We're still a little cold up here, but we do have some drones, the ones that came up from California. And if this is out of Dave's, it won't be bad if she breeds with those drones. So we'll get them out there in the hole and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna see if I can shoot some stuff here and hold the camera and get the bees in. There is just a small number of bees that have come back to this colony after I shook out most. They're not happy that I'm in them this early in the morning either. They were calm and controlled, and then I tried to push the queen cage in without opening it up a little bit, and then they decided they didn't like it so much. So we're just going to shove her down in here in the middle of their cluster. They have absolutely nothing in this hive. Some resources, but they have no brood, no queen, no way to make a brood. So that's considered hopelessly queenless. And there aren't very many bees in there, but there's as many as there is in a mating nuke. And we're getting some chilly mornings, but it's not staying real cold. So we'll just shove her in there and see what they can do with her. they should be really, really happy to have her. I'll come back maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, and just turn her loose on there and see what they do. So then she's a virgin. She's got to go out and get mated. So she doesn't smell like a queen as much. We'll just see what happens. See if I can find places to put these other two.